One for you, Sir Jim, and one for you, the Glazers as well, yeah? And one for you as well, the Ball Trolls. Oh, yes, double wooden spoon tonight. Around in full force. I am absolutely seething. Honestly, what the actual fuck, man. INEOS have bottled it again. Absolutely bottled it again. Sir Jim, INEOS, Glazers, fuck off. All you, fuck off. Yeah? Seriously. What have you done? Give this manager more time when we're 14th in the Premier League. Fucking 14th place in the Premier League. What the fuck are we doing here, people? Seriously, what have INEOS done? What on earth is our ball knowledge? Where is our standards? Oh yeah, on the fucking floor. That's what it is. But calm down. Good evening to you, Hayden Cox. Good evening to you as well. Day 914. Now I'll start the intro properly. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Manchester United emergency meeting. In tonight's show, we are giving Sir Jim Ratcliffe, INEOS, and the Glazers the wooden spoon as well. Yep, see, 2 wooden spoons out tonight. Because I am absolutely fuming, honestly. Absolutely fuming. So they're both coming out, honestly. This one is yet to make an appearance on this channel, my little one. But yeah, we got the big one out as well, both of them, because we need to absolutely cook both Sir Jim Ratcliffe, INEOS, and the Glazers, all 3 of them. Honestly, I mean, what are we doing here, people? Yeah, literally, you are rewarding failure. It's as simple as that. Fucking rewarding failure. And I've absolutely had enough of it. Honestly, it's just like, where have the standards gone from this football club? Yeah, it's like, where's it gone? Oh yeah, in the shitter. That's where it is, down in the shitter. Because this football club does not care about the fans. Look, there'll be loads of rival fans rejoicing that the ball trolled is here to stay. But us crawled out fans are absolutely seething about it, honestly. It's like, why? Why he not sacked him? Oh yeah, shall I tell you why they not sacked him? It's because they don't want to pay him the 17 million payout. Let's fucking have it right here, yeah? Dan Ashworth, you are a disgrace. Pay that fucking 17 million, yeah? Pay it out and get him out of here. But nope, they bottled it again. So I gave INEOS an opportunity and Sir Jim, but I'm done. I've had enough. They're just as bad as the Glazers. They got no minerals whatsoever, honestly. But INEOS have only been in for 6 months, Mr. Josh CJ. And what? And what? Yeah, literally, if they're going to piss around like what the Glazers are doing, then they need to fuck off. It's as simple as that. But why are you so angry, Mr. Joshy J? It's because I have elite standards. Let's get the narrative right here, people. But you are a bully. No, I'm not a bully. The ball trolled is a bully, and so are INEOS and the Glazers, because they don't care about the fans one bit. And why is it Joel Glazer has to be involved in the decision as well? Why? Because you said you're going to step away from the footballing side of things to focus on the business side of things. It's like, literally, yeah, I'll read the chat in a minute. But yeah, it's like literally pathetic, man. Honestly, why Joel Glazer still has to get involved. But of course he has to poke his business in it, doesn't he? Him still being like owner as well. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously, real talk, what are we doing here? Yeah, I have read the chat, and thank you for putting my channels in the chat day night 14. Thank you. But why haven't you worn Man United shirt in ages? Because, like I said, Hayden Cox, these players do not deserve my support. Let's get it right here. And why should I wear a Man United shirt if literally they're not going to put up a fight? It's like I just cannot be fucking bothered. I'd much rather wear a Green Army shirt because at least they're showing fight. And at least Wayne Rooney's absolutely landing the minerals over the Green Army. There were question marks whether his appointment was going to be a disaster, but at the moment, he's proven everyone wrong. So big up to Wayne Rooney, yeah? You carry on doing what you're doing, mate. Carry on proving the doubters wrong, honestly, because the Green Army at the moment are definitely progressing, honestly. But, Manchester United, INEOS, Sir Jim had one job to do, and they absolutely bottled it. I just cannot understand the logic in why they have kept this manager on. Seriously. It's like, oh my goodness. All I wanted to hear at 8 p.m. tonight was that the Bulldog was sacked. Then it would have been emergency meeting, Manchester United, the Bulldog leaving party. Is that two wooden spoons? Is that serious? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we got tuna out tonight. Oh, yes. It's like, you can imagine me like Lara Croft, yeah? With two pistols, yeah? That is the mood I'm in tonight, honestly. With Sir Jim, INEOS, and the Glazers as well. You are all an absolute disgrace, yeah? An absolute disgrace. Let's fucking have it right here, people, yeah? Seriously, that's absolutely, oh, man. This is literally, they had one job to do. One job, and they absolutely bottled it, man. Yeah, I know, Hayden Cox, that's probably the angriest intro I've ever done to a stream. And literally, you should call it Trust the Protest. I mean, fans now who are ball trolled out should start to protest against Sir Jim, INEOS, and the Glazers as well, because INEOS are now part of the issue. Before, it was the Glazers part of the issue. Now, INEOS are part of the issue. You are now in my bad books as well. And once you're in my bad books, there is no way back. I tell you, it's like literally, yeah. Once you're in my bad books, it takes a lot to get me back on your side again. Now, you better come to your senses in the future, yeah? Then maybe we might just reassess the situation. But until then, INEOS, fuck you. Glazers, fuck you as well. Honestly, green and gold until the club is sold. Yes, Hayden Cox, absolutely, mate. Honestly, I mean, wow. Just how can you let INEOS come anywhere near the football club? Honestly, it's like, what are we doing here, people? Seriously, real talk, what the fucking heck are we doing here? Those Red Devils are now Red Rules. They are, honestly. It's like we got no minerals whatsoever, Lewis, and it's sad. It really is. It's just, this is not the football club I've fallen in love with, man. Honestly. I mean, wow, what are we doing here? Seriously. It's just like, can someone literally come to their senses, yeah, and make a fucking decision? Oh, I mean, do you think I really enjoy this ranting and raving in front of the camera? No, but I feel I need to do it because literally I have to land some minerals on my football club because not too many people on YouTube do it. And I'm probably one of the first YouTubers to say, like, INEOS out and Sir Jim out. That is because I'm brave, I couldn't care less how much stick I get. You know, I'm thick skin. I'm 31 years old and I'll be 32 on the 19th. So, yeah, I won't let it phase me, man. Not one bit will I let it phase me. You know, people can criticize me all you like, but cry, I don't care. It's as simple as that. I will carry on landing it. You look smart, mate. You have loved wearing polo shirts recently, mate. I have. And I've been wearing them with a jumper as well. Like a cotton jumper. Not a V-neck, just a crew neck. Yeah, it looks real nice with a crew neck cotton jumper. But you're only angry for your own PR. You're just a Plymouth fan who pretends to support Man United. Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. But seriously, man, all I wanted to hear that he was gone, then we could have been having a celebration party. We literally could have been drinking patchers and everything. But why would you celebrate a man losing their job, Mr. Joshy J? You can't sack him because he's got a wife and kids and that. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Even if he was sacked, he would soon find another job. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous, honestly. But we all know it's rival fans saying that, yeah? That they want the ball troll to stay. Well, congratulations, yeah? Enjoy your fun. Literally, enjoy your fun bantering us even more because we deserve all the banter we get. It's as simple as that. He made enough money off the club. He has, honestly. But my thinking is that Dan Ashworth does not want to pay out them £17 million to the ball trolled, honestly. Otherwise, he would have been gone by now, honestly. Oh, my neighbour's tap again, making a noise downstairs. Sounds like a fucking siren half the time. Honestly, bloody squeaky tap. I mean, the landlords have been out so many times to look at it, but they just cannot seem to resolve it. Sounds like a fucking siren, honestly. Dear me. But it's not mine, it's the person who lives below me. Got very, very squeaky tap. Oh man, this Hobble Club are absolutely taking the royal piss recently. Honestly, it's like, oh man, what do we need to do, yeah, to make sure that standards are back to where they should be, yeah? Because that's what I want. Manchester United is to get back to where they should be. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? I want to see my football club competing for Premier League titles, winning the Premier League and that. Yes, you may not win it every season, but at least give it a go. Yeah. But, you know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I gave you an opportunity and INEOS as well, but literally you've thrown it back in my face. So both of you and the Glazers, get the fuck out of here. Do you hear me? Yeah. And yeah, wooden spoons are all yeah, yeah. All you wooden fucking spoons. But yeah, I mean, wow. It's not easy, guys, is it? Being a Manchester United fan, it's never ever easy because you just don't know what to expect anymore, do you? Like, I had trust in Sir Jim and INEOS, and now I feel absolutely betrayed. They've literally thrown it back in my face. I mean, who the fucking heck do they think they are? Yeah, literally. But you have anger issues, Mr. Joshy J. Supporting Man United to you, mate. That's why I get angry and that. But you think I may do this for PR and that? There's never PR on this channel. Only emotions what's coming out of me tonight. It's been brewing the last couple of hours, but because I've been at my parents' house, I've not been able to do it. But now I'm here in a flat on my own. I can literally let go in that. And now I can let all the emotions out and that. I do feel relieved now. But it's like, yeah, two wooden spoons had to come out tonight. You keep raising those standards. I will, Hayden Cox. Absolutely, mate. I will carry on raising them. I'm not going to let the standards be lowered, not by in any shape or form whatsoever. Because I'm a fan for 25 years. It's like, why should I accept mediocrity? Because I won't. Because number one, I know brown envelope. And number two, I don't fall for PR. And number three, I was born before the days of social media, before PR existed and that. Oh, excuse me. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies if you just heard that in the background. I am very, very sorry about that. But anyway, we will digress to that. Maybe I ought to give myself the wooden spoon for that. But, oh, my goodness sake. Embarrassing. Oh, it had to happen was life, didn't it? Me literally embarrassing, man. But Maguire is injured. Yes. Good evening to you, Kai. How are you doing this evening, mate? I bet you're seeing like what I am this evening, mate. That INEOS have bottled it, that this manager stays, honestly. But, you know, it's just like, oh my goodness sake. I am so, yeah, I'm good in myself, but not with Man United. I'm seeing him, mate. And you should have seen me at the start of the video. Ho, ho, ho. That's probably the angriest intro I've ever done to a stream, honestly. Because why should INEOS get a free pass? Yeah. It's like we criticise the Glazers, so it's time to start criticising Sir Jim and INEOS as well. Because I was expecting much more from them. And they absolutely let me down and thrown it back in my face. It's like, oh, fucking heck, man. Seriously. Oh, wow. Wow. Unbelievable. But, you know, things are still going to remain exactly the same. When I do the press conference reactions, it's still going to be ball trolled press conference reaction for the Brentford game. But you are a dirty bastard, Mr. Joshy J. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. Ollie Ball was better than Ten Hag Ball. INEOS don't want to pay ball trolled 17 million. I agree. That's exactly the point, Kai. They just do not want to pay out this money, which I don't understand why. I really, really do not understand why, honestly. But, you know, this football club, seriously, it's like it's a never ever ending cycle, honestly. It's like, no doubt about it, if we still had Ed Woodward in charge, the ball trolls would have gone by now. But I guess INEOS want to try something different, don't they? But what they're trying isn't working. What happens if we end up in a relegation battle, yeah? Let's get it right, because it could happen. We've seen teams with decent squads end up in a relegation battle before, so we're not immune from a relegation battle. But do I think we'll be in a relegation battle? No. Once a couple of players start scoring in that, I think we'll constantly be like back into like top 10 territory, then challenging for top 6 and that. I don't think we'll get top 4. No chance, honestly. If you get relegated, would you cry? I mean, I think I'll be close to tears. Yes, Hayden Cox. Obviously, we are basically Chelsea of a few seasons ago. We are, honestly. I mean, that season they finished 12th. We're literally become like that, mate, honestly. And we have forwards who cannot seem to find the fucking back in the net. It's like, how much more peak is it going to get for Manchester United? Seriously. I mean, oh, wow. Wow. But, you know, you may think I may get angry just for clicks and views and that. No, no, this has been, like I said, really, this has been bubbling for a couple of hours now. I just literally had to just let go of my emotions because obviously I am very, very upset. I heard this news that the ball troll to stay in because I seriously wanted him gone. I seriously wanted to see Ruth Van Nistelrooy in that dugout on my birthday leading the team because so far he showed more passion and leadership than what the ball troll has shown. I mean, let's get it right here, man. Let's absolutely get it right. But wow, Manchester United. I mean, strap yourself in, football fans. It's going to get very, very, very bumpy for us this season. And probably now it means the ball trolled is here until the next international break, at least until the November international break. I mean, fucking heck, man. Seriously. Fed up in this pathetic club. I am, Kai, honestly, because you and I have standards, mate. We are standards FC, yeah? We have standards. Unlike some of the fans in our fan base who've all fallen for the PR. Honestly. Here we go. MUFC Racer. He's just messaged on my WhatsApp group. Here we go. I'll just reply to that message. Here we go. Just going to reply to this message. Smash the likes as well. That also helps our YouTube channel out an awful lot. And make sure you are subscribing because I do plenty of Manchester United's content on here. And please subscribe to my football channel and F1 channel. There we go. Just replied to MUFC Racer. There we go. Brilliant. Loyal subscriber who is in my WhatsApp group. So just replying to him. Brentford, West Ham, Chelsea, our next fixtures. They're all tough games. No game is ever easy in the Premier League, Kai. I mean, let's get it right here. No game is easy, is it, in the Premier League? But, you know, INEOS. Oh, man. Why you done this to me? Why you thrown it back in my face, and Sir Jim? Literally, I had full trust in you. And literally, you've literally hit me with the knockout blow. Yep, the knockout blow. But just goes to show you cannot trust anyone these days, can you? Thanks, I agree. No games are easy. Ipswich couldn't beat us. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Honestly. But, you know, wow. I am going to listen to a couple of other fans' reactions to see what they make out of this. But to me, this is crazy. How much longer do you want to keep the manager on? Because this project is finished. It's done. Finito. Good night. Honestly. I mean, absolutely finished. It's been done a long time, honestly. But this football club just do not have the minerals to make such a big decision. We could have got him out and we could have had Ruth Van Nistelrooy in as interim manager. But no, because we've drawn the last couple games, all of a sudden INEOS wants to put trust back into the ball trolled. I mean, what the fucking heck are we doing here? Seriously, what the fucking heck are we doing here? Honestly. I think you're more senior now than the Liverpool to me. Oh, mate, honestly. The fact that I got to listen to more of his press conferences and that, well, it's fun for you guys because you get to hear me react to more Biner and Mash Waffle. Honestly, you'll be absolutely buzzing that you get to hear more Biner and Mash Waffle. I mean, they're jarring to listen to, but at the same time, we can just have a laugh and all the PR bollocks what is coming out of the bald fraud's mouth, honestly. But yeah, I have to say I am probably more angry now than what I was after the Liverpool game. If they sacked him, INEOS and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right, they would have had my full support. But instead, they absolutely just, like I said earlier, hit me with a knockout blow. Honestly, feels like I've been given the sucker punch, man. Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. But the narrative remains the same for me. Bulls ruled out, Glazers out, and now add two more names to that list. Sir Jim Ratcliffe out, and Enios out. Honestly, double wooden spoons for all you, yeah? All you, double wooden spoons. Look at that. Wow. This football club, man, never make easy decisions, do they? And the fact that they kept this our fans in the dark this long is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace, honestly. But it just goes to show this football club do not care one bit about the fans. They thought, oh, we'll drag out for longer about the manager's fate so we can build up all the money for pound notes and the PR. I mean, get the fuck out of here. What are we doing here, people? I mean, PR is absolutely trash. I absolutely hate PR at the highest level. I mean, wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. But, you know, I would never fall for the PR. I'll make sure the standards are maintained and this football club. I'm never going to lower my standards because as a fan for 25 years, it's like I refuse to lower the standards. Honestly, I will always make sure the standards are maintained. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Ineos, the Glazers, you do not represent Manchester United yet. Us fans who have standards, we represent Manchester United, yeah. But all you don't. You are absolute frauds, honestly. All three of you are frauds, yeah. Let's get the narrative right. And Dan Ashworth for not paying out that £17 million. Frauds, all ya, yeah. You all deserve it, yeah. You all deserve to be cooked with these wooden spoons, honestly. I mean, wow, 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 wow. I mean, look, you may think of me being seen like this is over the top, but couldn't care less, honestly. I need to let out some steam. And I was very angry when I heard the news that he was staying, honestly. Wow. Fucking heck, Manchester United. Why can't you make it easy for me being a football fan? Yeah. Anyway, let's turn the iPad on and let's listen to some other fan reactions, shall we? Because right, who should we watch? Sky Source now trying to say Bald's rule to future remains in doubt. I mean, what are we doing here, Sky Source? Yeah, seriously, what are we doing here? It's clear the decision has already been made. Let's listen to what Mark Goldfish has to say. Oh, it's a joke, man, honestly. That's an ad.
To it then. Some people saying decision made. What is the decision? Well, this is the interesting thing, isn't it? Because there is a meeting today. This has come out from Athletic and many other sources that the meeting is actually taking place in London right now. Sir Jim Radcliffe, Joel Glazer, Barada, Ashworth, who else is there? Brailsford, Blanc, Wilcox, all talking today in London in a pre-arranged meeting that was going to take place strategically. Ten Hag will be on that agenda, and a decision has been made. How we're going to get fed that information is going to be very interesting. What I was told this morning from a very good source was that that decision has been made. They're just going to ratify it today and make sure they're happy with it. There's no way they're in London today, having met on Sunday and Monday, and they're still deciding. They know what they want to do. How it gets put out will be very interesting. Obviously, if he's sacked, there'll have to be an official statement. If he's not sacked, it'll probably just be we carry on as normal. So we'll wait and see what it is. But there is absolutely no way. I was told this morning that, and the person didn't know the outcome, because you're not going to know the outcome. But the general consensus is that there is no way they are down in London today chewing the fat about whether to keep Ten Hag or not. They've had 48 hours. They've had a week. You know, they know what they want to do. It's just about how they're going to do it and what the next step is based on that decision. Also, I was told this morning that there are a lot of players at United, obviously, who want Ten Hag to stay. I mean, some of them have been bought by him, but there are players that have raised their concerns as well. Not happy stylistically with the way the club are playing. Would rather go back to a different style of football, which is a little bit more suitable to how they want to play. You know, a little bit more compact at the back, a little bit more counter-attack. So, look, players are going to say these things, whether they get listened to or not. And also, no, don't know who those players are. Don't want to know who those players are. It's irrelevant. A footballer having a concern and expressing it to their boss or bosses is not unusual. Whether the club wants to listen to them or that, I don't think they do. I think if player A speaks to the board or whoever, says, I'm not happy with how we're playing. I think one of the big problems is how we're playing. I think we should play a more direct brand of football, or I think we should park the bus. That doesn't fit in with what INEOS want to do anyway. They want to play a style of football that is, you know, revered. They're not going to listen to players and go, yeah, I think we should go back to parking the bus or anything like that. So, no, I don't think they'll get listened to on that. But obviously, you're going to have players who are happy, you're going to have players who are not happy. People talking about Tuchel. Laurie Whitwell is saying that no approach has been made to Thomas Tuchel. As we understood yesterday, Thomas Tuchel noise is coming from Thomas Tuchel. I know Mirror last night were talking about Tuchel. Anybody of credibility at the moment is saying this is just not true. They're not talking to Thomas Tuchel. He was considered in the summer, but we'll break down the various options on who could replace Ten Hag if it happens in a moment. But let's talk about where we are actually at this morning, what we think the decision might be. Honestly, I think the thumbnail said it. Some people are saying they like the thumbnail. Just do it. No, we haven't got a brand deal with Nike. I just want a decision. I'm tired. I want to move on. There's so much stuff I want to talk about around Man United. I mean, we've not won a Premier League game in we lost to Spurs and we drew with Villa. I think there is so much to talk about where we're going wrong fundamentally, and we're still talking.
And we've not scored in our last three either. I mean, what is that all about, man? I mean, you have to question what the fuck is going on in training, yeah?
Whether we're going to sack the manager or whether we're going to keep the manager. So for the love of God, please just let us know and we can move on, because it's just this halfway house of decision making that's really, really frustrating. So yeah, look, I think it's obviously we're going to find out today one way or another. Decision will have been made. The fact that the decision has been made and it's not been made publicly, what does that make me think? I'm not going to sit on the fence. I think they're going to stick with him. I think if they're clearly not in that meeting today going, what should we do? What we're going to do? Balls are red, but they're not going to be doing that, because that makes them look completely amateurish to still be sat there on Tuesday morning going, what should we do? What should we do? That leans towards an obvious decision if you're still talking about it. And I think we can all figure out what that should be. So I think what today will be is, decision has been made. How do we move forward? What's the strategy on moving forward? If we're keeping Ten Hag, how do we strategize this? How long are we staying with this? If we're getting rid of Ten Hag, how do we strategize the replacement? Are we going to go rude? Are we going to look at something incredible? Are we going to wait till the summer? What are we going to do about certain signings that are going to be very unhappy that they've been brought in under a manager that's now not here? So I get the point of the meeting today, and also to be fair, it was already in place.
Smoothies with even more fruit
Bloody
energizing vitamins than we can fit in a 6-second ad. Show your confidence with skin that looks this good. Nivea body lotion, now with hyaluron.
So it's not a meeting that's been set up about Ten Hag. It was already in place, but it isn't as simple as sack him, let's move on. There's a whole load of stuff there's so many discussions with so many people if you sack Ten Hag. And on the other hand, if you keep him, there's also a lot of strategy in other areas, PR, all sorts of stuff, So I think I get that. There was an article saying that Sir Jim Radcliffe's got the final say. I mean, why has Sir Jim Radcliffe got the final say? I mean, he's not a football man. I've listened to him loads of times talk about football. I'm sure he likes football, but he doesn't strike me as a guy who I would want to listen to about football. Why has he got the final say on it? If he gets advice from Barada and Ashworth and Wilcox and Blanc and goes against that advice, that's terrifying. He will be led by the experts. So, yeah, I think Sir Jim, if they're saying he's just going to, pardon the pun, Sir Jim Radcliffe is going to ratify the decision. If those people say sack Ten Hag, he's not going to go against it, and he shouldn't go against it. And if those people say let's keep Ten Hag, he's not going to go against it, and he shouldn't go against it. I think with what we've got with Sir Jim and Joel Glazer is they sign it off. They're not going to be those people. I mean, Joel Glazer apparently was that person. He would say, no, we're not selling that player. Yes, we're going to sign that player. But I don't think for 1 minute Sir Jim Radcliffe's going to do it. They should go for Ross. Somebody, says Ryan Football. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. Hope the family is well, says Man United fan for life. You too as well. Thank you very much for that. Lots of people just saying what they want to happen. I don't care. I don't think anybody really cares. Well done. You've got an opinion. I just want to know what it is now. I'm not massively bothered either way, as long as we know what happens so we can move on. And when we get that decision, I'll be moving on, whatever it is. I've said my piece of what I don't want us to be, but if INEOS are in.
See, the other hand, he goes, oh, I'm not too bothered because it's your own opinion and that. I mean, why is he not communicating with them people? You have an opinion. Like me, it doesn't matter whether you're in the ball trolled in or ball trolled out. I will always have a conversation with you guys because I love interacting with my community. I feel like there is too many people and cooks at Manchester United. Facts, Dynamite 14. You're spot on, mate. Honestly, you're absolutely spot on. Let's get it right here.
And they decide to sack Ten Hag, then we move on. That is absolutely clear. What I will say is what is becoming very, very clear is, unfortunately, that when you leave uncertainty, conspiracy thrives in anywhere. And I think what INEOS need to do very, very quickly is make the decision and then define what's coming next. And what I mean by that is, and Mel G is absolutely spot on, clarity is key. Sanil says Tuchel in, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. The speculative people who are going to destroy this football club with their speculative nonsense, because there will be people saying Zidane, Tuchel, this, that, and the other. And your emotions will get attached to that, and you'll crave that like you crave a Krispy Kreme. And when you don't get your Krispy Kreme, you're going to get agitated. And when you get agitated, you're going to start attacking things again. And this is what I mean. We need clarity very, very quickly, because already there are movements around replacements. There is a Tuchel movement. There is a Zidane movement. There is a wait till the summer and get a Nagelsmann or an Amorim movement. There is let's go with Ruud van Nistelrooy till the summer movement. And they're not all intertwined and holding hands. They are very separate factions. And this is why clarity is key, because in some minds, people have already moved past Ten Hag and are now team this, team that. And the division continues because division sells. That's what it does. Scream and shout and sell your product. So they need to be, if they sack Ten Hag, we can't leave it a few days about what's going to happen, because in that uncertainty, there will be toxicity, there will be arguments. It needs to be, this is happening and this is happening and this is happening. And what I would expect if they sack Ten Hag would be Ten Hag is sacked, Ruud van Nistelrooy is the interim for the foreseeable future, and we will look at it in the summer. Shut it down. Move on. Tuchel, Zidane, whoever else, sit down. You're not part of the conversation. We move on. And that needs to happen. Conversely, if they sack Ten Hag and Tuchel comes in this afternoon, you shut everything else down really, really quickly. But it needs to be decision, clarity, and shut it up. Because if they've not learned anything about this fan base, is if you give any uncertainty, you will reap the whirlwind of that very, very quickly. Because there will be people that wanted Ten Hag out that then don't get Tuchel and will be angry again. And then the anger will never stop. We need to try and get some clarity and unity on the decision they make very, very quickly. And the only way you do that is through strong communication and leadership. Bridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip.
Yeah, I agree, Daniel, like 14. I mean, how he's still not the ball ruled out absolutely baffles me, honestly. But it is what it is, honestly. Right, let's have a listen to, who should we listen to next? Oh yeah, let's see what Danny Mills has been saying, shall we? On TalkSport or TalkShites.
Leadership meeting today. It was scheduled. That has to be said. I don't know how many more of these are scheduled. I'm sure they're quite regular. So Jim Ratcliffe.
I agree with you, Daniel, like 14.
I think Omar Barada. I think Jason Wilcox would have been there. All led into.
It would have been effectively a bit of a board meeting.
You think every month, every 6 weeks?
Yes, without a doubt. You know, it'll just be a get together, and probably. They've not been in situ that long, have they?
No.
Obviously, because Dan Ashworth had that sort of period where he wasn't allowed to work.
Yeah.
Jason Wilcox, sort of similar. They couldn't really get going before the end of the transfer window officially. So this is probably the first chance they've had to go, right, okay, where are we? You know, in business often you have and this is where the INEOS guys come in, you have 100-day plan.
Yeah.
You know, you have that initial period, right? This is what's going to happen in the first 3 months, first 100 days.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a review of that. How's that first 100 days gone? How's that, I guess, how's that intensive care period of trying to stop the rot?
Who does the talking there then? Because there's a lot of people, isn't there, behind the scenes?
I don't know. I know a couple of them. I know Dan Ashworth.
Yeah.
I know Jason Wilcox. But I would be very, very surprised if that's not led by the top guy.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire for a reason. He's used to making.
Don't take no prisoners.
No, and that's the thing. You know, you can be as affable and polite and as, you know, gregarious as you like sometimes, you know, in the media, and do whatever you like and come across however you want to come across. But I've seen the flip side of that when you walk into a boardroom and you walk into a serious meeting, and those guys change.
Yeah.
You know, they have a switch that changes. And if he's not happy with stuff, he will make his views very, very well known.
Yeah. Well, it's adding an extra significance because of obviously how Man United are doing on the pitch. So the media outlets, us here, everyone else at home, the supporters will be thinking, are they going to be talking about Erik ten Hag? He wasn't there. He'd gone on holiday. Do you think that was planned? Do you think the manager should be there?
No, I don't. Because
I mean, the fact that the football club told the ball troll to go on the meeting, like, go and spend time with your family and that, and then we'll see you when you get back in that, pretty much says that they have no minerals whatsoever to get rid of this manager. Let's get the narrative right here. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously? What the fucking heck are we doing?
And again, I flip this across to the business world that I work in. Unless you are going to hire and fire somebody, unless you are giving them specific direction of this is what you have to do, you're talking about them, not to them.
But is he not part of the leadership group?
No,
he's a leader
because,
on the pitch.
No, because this is the business media. This is about recruitment. This is
You
about.
should just back ETH.
Now we're talking about the leaky roof.
He's on
Then
two
we're talking about recruitment. What are we looking for in January? You know, Jason.
I'm not trusting any process, okay? I'll go down my own lane, thank you.
What's our long-term project? You know, where are we going with this? The manager, in terms of that meeting right now, the manager's almost irrelevant, if that makes sense. Because
Does he know about this meeting?
Of course he will, yeah. He will have no input into that whatsoever. They're going to go, results aren't good enough. He's going to go, well, yeah, they're not. That's pretty much it, isn't it? That's all there is to say. So I'm not surprised he's not in that.
I mean, course results aren't fucking good enough. You know, we're 14th place with a -3 goal difference. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. I mean, this isn't Manchester United down in 14th place and that. I mean, we should be up there competing for Premier League titles and that, but unfortunately, we're not because we've been run by absolute clowns this last decade or so. Honestly, that's why the standards has been lowered so much in this football club. And I for one fucking hate it, honestly. Instead of being quiet about it, I hold my football club accountable because you know what they say, that very famous saying, which I will go by a reference what my favourite YouTuber says, Lee Gunner. Accountability is the best ability. Let's get it right here.
We see this with his interviews, Erik ten Hag. He seems a little bit either deluded or very mentally strong because you could watch him against Spurs, absolutely terrible, come out, listen to him, and you think, wow, they weren't that bad, actually. Do you think he's got that kind of patter to the owners as well? Because they're not doing very well at all, yet he doesn't seem to be under much pressure.
I think he will be more honest and realistic. I think, again, you have to remember, it is his second language. I know he's pretty much fluent in English, but sometimes answering questions on the fly, it doesn't always maybe come across in the right way, as always people want it to come across. So I think, you know, that sometimes maybe he does not get it wrong.
Fucking that hurts.
It doesn't come across as genuine. But I think we both know what is said in public and what is said behind closed doors can often be very, very different. And you're trying to put some sort of spin on it. You're trying not to dig the players out. You might go in the dressing room and you might slaughter everybody and really give it to them. You can't go out there and do that in the press because if you do that, you've seen it, we've both seen it. That's when you lose the dressing room. That's when the lads turn against you because no one wants to be humiliated publicly. You'll take it within your peers, within that dressing room. If you've had a stinker, I've had a stinker, and you know you have. You expect to get told that, and you don't mind that. But what you don't want is the manager in front of the media, the world's media, going, "Yeah, he had a shocker today. Yeah. He was terrible. He might not play the next game." That's not what you need.
There's an element that I feel that he's not under pressure at all. And I think, I mean, you can correct me or see if you agree with me. I think if he loses his job, he gets sacked, he gets a payoff, massive payoff. He essentially walks straight back into the Eredivisie, a top club there, with this deluded nonsense, I'm going to call it, that he's won 2 trophies in 2 years and everything's hunky-dory.
I don't know if you ever read Carlo Ancelotti's first book. I think it was. It's a fantastic book. And he had a similar sort of case at PSG when they were struggling. He was brought in at PSG to really kickstart PSG and get them going again, and get them to become a superpower.
Yeah.
And I think Leonardo was still at the time was director of football, and they were struggling in the league and they weren't doing particularly well. And they bought these players, all these great players, and they came to him and said, "You've got 2 games to save your job." And he literally just went, "No, I'm done." And he walked out.
Yeah.
And he went, "It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Either I'm the right man for the job or I'm not.
Yeah.
2 results should not change whether I'm the right man for the job or the wrong
I
man.
agree.
Either you believe me." And it was a really brave move for him to walk away from that PSG job at the time. Just go, "No, that's not how you work as a manager." And I would have said this is probably a similar situation. If they were going to sack him, Jim Ratcliffe would have done it.
Yeah.
It'd have had him in after the game. You're out.
Yeah.
Job done. We've got somebody else coming in. Simple as that. Look at what Dan Ashwood had lined up when he was at Brighton.
Yeah.
Newcastle. It was always a plan going down the line. So
Still have that plan, wouldn't he? It's still have it.
of course, yeah.
They don't change.
No, but I don't think he is in danger of getting the sack at the moment. I think it will be beyond Christmas before there's a realistic thought of actually we have.
Because INEOS don't want to pay out that 17 million. That's why. Let's get it right here, people. That's why he's still in the job. I don't like TalkSport. Do you like it? I mean, some presenters I like and some I don't really like. I mean, some of them have controversial opinions, but I don't mind that. I really don't.
Got the right man.
Now, there's a lot of former Manchester United players that coming out and they believe that the club will be back. Now, before I get your view on what "be back" means, former Manchester United midfielder Owen Hargreaves was at the Legends of Football event and told TalkSport that United will return to their former glory.
I think everybody's used to kind of Man United being there. They're not, and that's probably quite painful. I just had a taxi driver just say to me, I was there in Moscow, in the Champions League final against Chelsea, and I said, "Look, Man United are going to come back. They will. Too big and too good not to, but it's a trying time right now. But the club will come back. They'll be on the way, that's for sure."
I mean, he's not the only one to say this, Owen Hargreaves. There's a few former players coming out. Wayne Rooney, I heard saying this as well. Well, what is back? What is back for Manchester United?
Well, back for Manchester United has to be winning league titles.
Has to be.
Facts.
Challenging the latter stages of the Champions League. I
Facts.
mean, I got absolutely slaughtered. Bearing in mind, I was at Man City and Leeds when Sir Alex Ferguson left. I said, "Be very, very careful. This could be 10 years before you win the title." Again.
Who's laughing now?
I got pelters, mate.
Who's laughing now?
You can imagine. I got.
And it's been over 10 years.
On football, folks.
Yeah.
I got.
I'm still counting.
Listen to what you said. They're just destroying you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Similar now?
Could it be another 10 years?
I think it could.
Could it be another? I mean, Man United fans, could it be another 10 years until you realistically win the title? Because City are not going to get much weaker, even if Pep goes. Liverpool look like they've done well with Arne Slot coming in, just to stabilise things. Chelsea are going to come again before Man United, I would say. Arsenal are there or thereabouts. Could be a long time, United
It could
fans.
be a long time. You know what I'm hearing? That some Manchester United fans wanted to lose against Aston Villa, so Erik ten Hag wasn't there. This is just what I'm hearing.
I always find it.
I mean, whoever wanted us to lose deliberately, get the fuck out of here. You don't represent our fan base if you want us to lose on purpose. No way. Because even though I want the manager out, I still want my football team to win at the end of the day. Because that's the number one aim in the elite sport, is to win. Let's get it right here. TalkSport isn't bad as whole, I guess. Gabby's the most clueless presenter.
Bizarre. And then when we say, "Oh yeah, we want to get relegated. We want to get relegated so we can get everybody out and have a clean start." No, you don't. You might want to have a clean start. You might want to change things, but you do not want to get relegated.
Well,
I mean, that just pretty much sums up our fan base, doesn't it? Them wanting to lose a game of football on purpose. I mean, what the fucking heck are we doing here? Seriously. Excuse me. I just went, what are we doing here? Seriously. But I literally said, seriously, in a burping tone. Oh, dirty bastard. Not only have I done a bottom pop bit tonight, now I've just done a burp. Honestly. The joys being live, man. Honestly. You never know what to expect. Right, let's have a look. Let's go on to, yep, here we go. Hopefully, yep, it's going to take me straight to the web browser. Brilliant. Right, here we go. Line. Have a look. Edit the information. No, we don't need to edit it. Let's have a look. Who's line? Who I like? I know who's line. Who I like. Who should we redirect to? Well, Lee Gunner was line. I think he might have wrapped things up now. Let's have a look. Lee Gunner. Yeah, man. He's now wrapping things up. Okay, fair enough. So, like, who should we redirect to? I'll tell you what, let's go flawless, yeah? Let's redirect to flawless. Did you shit your pants, Mr. Josh CJ? Not quite, Kai. Not quite, mate. Yeah, let's go with flawless. Let's redirect to flawless, shall we? Make sure you are subscribing to Flawless, a Man United fan. Oh, that's funny, Kai, to be fair. That's funny, mate. But, you know, this football club is a disgrace. Let's get it right here, people. An absolute disgrace, yeah? It's like, wow, unbelievable. It's like this football club have got no minerals whatsoever. Let's get it right here. But, you know, wow. Where do we go from here? It's like a never ever ending cycle, isn't it? At this football club. It's like you just don't know what to get with Manchester United. It's like sliced bread, isn't it? We're so unpredictable at the end of the day, which is absolutely crazy, honestly. But there you go. It is what it is. Unfortunately, no, we got people at this football club who don't know what the fucking heck they're doing. Let's get the narrative right here, people. It's a disgrace, guys, and I feel embarrassed, guys. Totally embarrassed. Let's get it right here, people. This football club, this is nowhere near the same football club I've fallen in love with since the late 90s, honestly. I mean, my goodness sake, man. Wow. Unbelievable. But, like I say, I refuse to let the standards drop. I will not let them drop anytime soon. Because why should I let them drop? Because I won't. It's as simple as that. I'll never let the standards drop. I will carry on raising them because I've been supporting this football club for 25 years and I hate the way this football club is playing. I really do. It's like, it's hurting me inside, man. And as a football fan, I don't enjoy it. And I doubt many of you enjoy it either. I mean, let's get this one right here, people. But anyway, big up to every single one of you seeing live and locks in this evening. Big up to Adam Partridge. Big up to Kai. Big up to Hayden Cox. Big up to Day Night 14. All of you are absolute legends. And one more time, INEOS out. Sir Jim out and Glazers out. Yep, let's get the narrative right here. Okay, people, we are redirecting to Sarcasm City TP, Flawless. So make sure you are subscribing to Flawless. Thank you all so much for watching. Good night.